We got big news in the 2025 recruiting class here. Dallas Wilson, 5-star wide receiver, is looking to leave Oregon and head to Florida. That's what the news is stating. We're going to look at his 24/7 Sports player profile page. We're going to look at his highlights. We're going to look at the news to see what's going on with him and look at him as a prospect. Before we dig in, you need to click that subscribe button right now because we're looking at these 2025 prospects every single day, player by player. We're looking at the transfer portal as well every day, player by player. We're looking at it with overviews as well. Click that button, stop missing out so you can learn more about the young players who are signing with your team. But this is big news. This is from On3 right now on Twitter. So if he decides to stay, flip to somewhere else, it's not me. I don't break news. I just follow the news, share with you guys, and then we go over the recruit themselves and how they play the game and everything else. But 5-star wide receiver Dallas Wilson has requested a release from his financial aid documents from the Ducks. Wilson plans to sign with Florida. So when we were talking about him a few weeks ago, there was a good chance of him going to Florida. He had some visits with Florida and Florida State before signing or going to Oregon. And then now he's actually getting out of that negotiation with Oregon and going to Florida. Going back to his 24/7 Sports player profile page, they got a list him as a 5-star. The wide receiver for in the class, 6'3", 195. We got some size on him too. That's a good thing to see. We got some size. They got him crystal balled to Florida. You see that there. But they had that for a bit. 34 offers. 34 offers is always a good look for a prospect. Always a good look. And my grading scale is 20 offers good, 30 or more great, around 40 or 40 or more elite. 34 is pushing elite, but the thing is, he's messing around with top-tier Power 5 programs, which means that's good. And that just tells me the market's hot for him. You're going from Oregon to Florida, and a lot of prospects are flipping to Florida during the season. And that's a good sign for Florida. You also got DJ Lagway. I mean, I'd be entailed to go to Florida due to DJ Lagway. And plus, he's from Florida. He's from Florida. It makes sense. You got DJ Lagway in your backyard. Might as well. Might as well. Makes sense to me. It made sense back then. Miami, Alabama, all multiple Power 5 programs wanted him. We were hefty in the All-Star Game circuit. Reminds him of Trey Harris from Ole Miss. He's got snappy cuts. 10-inch hands. He can pluck the ball out of the air too. 10-inch hands. I remember OBJ had 10-inch hands. They made a big deal about that. A 6'3", 205-pound frame gives him the advantage more times than not at the catch point. Makes acrobatic grabs. He's a playmaker. We've already went over his highlights a few times on the channel. Embraces a role as a perimeter blocker. He's a nasty player. He's very assertive, self-assertive wide receiver. Should have read the top anyways. With his size, hands, and speed, emerged as a true impact player for the college football playoff contender. Launches out of his stance, attacks cushion with conviction. This is a player that's a must-get. That's a must-get. We got some speed to burn here with our track times, especially for his size. Signed with Oregon December 4th. We're looking to decommit here soon. We're trying to get out December 19th. Again, if it doesn't happen, that's not on me. That's not on me. Look at these guys right here. Look at these guys right now here. When I was talking about it, I was looking at those guys prior. But we're looking at this. Miami. We visited with Florida back in November 22nd. UCF, Florida area. Miami. That's what we're looking at here. Production's there. 677 yards, 41 catches, 9 touchdowns. 49 catches, 872, 9 touchdowns. We're not hitting 1,000 yards. But again, high school is different when it comes to production for these players. 5-star prospect with 24/7 Sports. 5-star prospect in the industry rankings. On3 actually got him as a 4-star. Ranked as the wide receiver 4. Rivals got him as a 4-star as well. Also, in the industry rankings, he's the wide receiver 2. And they're looking at the flip here as a 94% chance. They got a 94% chance that he's going to flip to Florida. From their intel, it's looking good that he's out. that he's out. That's what that's saying. That's what 94% means. I believe you know that, but I get some crazy people coming to the channel. They got him at 6'2", 2.75 and 193 pounds. Tall is tall. Big physical player. Florida State, Miami, Florida, Texas, Oregon, all after him. We're going to start off looking at his highlights. We have 7 minutes and 35 seconds of clips here. Well, let me know what you think in the comments below. And hit that subscribe button right now so we can watch ball on these players all off season long so you can learn about who is signing with your team and these young players. But we're watching Dallas Wilson right now. We're getting downfield, showing off them ball skills right here. Brown, out in front of him, looking solid. Next one, we're on the outside. I got a little cold, so if I get a little nasally. Bound, downfield. Catching it. Good concentration on that play. I say a little cold. I actually have the flu, but nonetheless. Downfield, good hands, good ball skills, good concentration. Rises up well, too. Getting to it. Comes to the ball. We're getting upfield. We got good speed and burst in the open field as well. Like we don't have that 10-4 track time that a lot of recruiting sites want to lead on, but we got some pull away. We got some burst in the open field, but we got the ball skills. We're going to see some of that right here. Good concentration. Pitch and catch almost in the back of the end zone. Making it look easy. Making it look effortless. That's good skills right there. There we are right there. Ball's in his hands. Let's see what he can do here. Reading the flow well. The momentum of the defenders well. Cameraman cuts us off a little bit. We're rolling. We're rolling. We're looking good. We're looking good here. Feet so far looking good too. Snatches it. Snatches it. I need to see more in the route running department on this set of highlights. These highlights came out like December 7th. I believe this is my first time going over this set of highlights of him. I do remember seeing a lot of good stuff from his previous stuff as well. Very good wide receiver prospect. Ball in the air. Gets it. Good concentration. Very good with the balls in the air. Coming off the release. Snaps it back. Plucks it. Plucks it right out of the air. Good feet. Good dead leg. We're moving. We're moving. I can definitely see him fitting well at Florida with what they got. They've been getting a lot of speed guys through the recruiting cycle, especially last year. Him with those guys, with what they got, and DJ Lagway, because he's got some speed too. But he's different because he's got the height, the length, and he's got the playmaking ability downfield. It's just a great addition. It's a great addition to the offense. We're rolling here. Right there. Easy play. Good body control around in the end zone, around the sideline there, around the boundary. Good body control. Good adjustment. We're getting downfield. We're getting the block. Looking solid there. We're tenacious. We're an assertive player. I bet LSU was sending him off for letters. They'll have assertive wide receivers. Look at the release off the feet there. Very snappy. We're seeing a lot of downfield plays out of him. I do want to see some of the short area quickness, snappy routes. I want to see the nuance in the route running a little bit more on the highlights. Here we go. There we are. Basic, but one thing I can tell you that he looked light on his feet there. Come back to the ball, light on his feet, effortless movement. Now we're getting assertive downfield. Like a change in speeds. No wasted movement on the cutback. There we go, breaking off the route, looking solid. Always looking to do something with the ball in his hands. Always looking to do something. Ball's coming his way. Comes back to the ball. Comes back to the ball. There it is. A little drifted, but not bad. Not bad when considering his height. But you also saw him drop the anchor, drop the head, turn it back around. You're not seeing that much on this tape because they're asking him to go deep a lot. They're asking him to go deep because he's got the speed and height and length to do so. They're pushing it. There we go. Over the middle. Over the middle. There we go. He's got quick feet. Very quick feet. Can stop rapidly. And that's good. Physics is working against him on cuts because he's taller. Once you're 6'3" and taller, it's harder to be as snappy as someone like 5'9". So the thing about this, you got to have context towards size. And you got to grade him towards those taller route runners. Because those guys aren't going to have the vertical length to separate against them anyway compared to them. The 5'9" guys versus the 6'3", 6'5", 6'6" guys. But compare him against taller wide receivers. Nasty route running, nasty feet. But we do want to see a larger sample of route running in this highlight reel. But we're also seeing good feet, ability to sit in the zone, ability to get upfield. Very explosive player. Very tenacious when the ball's in the air. Coming off the release, very good. Finds the hole in the zone. Very smart, very intuitive. Sitting right there, gets it. Gets it and goes upfield. You want to get the target here. Right there. Right there. Very good wide receiver prospect. The ball skills downfield, what really sells it. He's good after the catch. He's very light on his feet for his size. He's a good blocker, like you see there. He's very light on his feet for his size. Ball's coming his way. Bam. Physical blocker. There we go. When you see a guy, a wide receiver that's a physical blocker, you also got to think other things. Like he's got an aggressive mind state. So we saw this in other plays. Comes back to the ball. My ball mentality. He's plucking the ball out of the air with his hands. He's not letting it get into his basket. Aggressive ball skills. We're seeing him snap off some of these routes. Some of them are aggressive. And when it needs to be, or the context is for it, he'll be softer footed with those as well. So he can make the break up field. And once he has the ball in his hands and he's working through trash and manipulating through the bodies around him, he'll be very assertive. This is a very assertive, very aggressive player, which is very good at the wide receiver's position. This is what you want, especially in the SEC against those DBs. At Florida too, where they're going up against some of the top defenses in the country. You got DJ Lagway there slinging the rock. I think this is going to be a huge get, and I think he's a huge fit for Florida. He's a huge fit for anywhere. But if we're prospecting with Florida here, he's a huge get for this team. Tons of upside. Good downfield, good ball skills. He's very assertive, quick with it. He can snap off routes for his size. Limited drift. Limited drift. Smart physical playmaker. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on the way out. One, thanks for watching. Catch you on the next video.